Hi again. You know, I've been on this website for a long time, seen a lot of videos, regretted watching most of them, and one thing you'll notice after all that time is that you see the same thing a lot. Case in point, my channel. I have no shame about it. One face I've seen a lot in my recommended over the years, and I'm sure some of you have too, is of this little girl from the TLC show Toddlers and Tiaras. Specifically this one frame of it. It's been plastered absolutely everywhere. This single frame of video has such a storied history on this website. If we rewind 4 years back to February 2018, the historical landmark of a commentary video is uploaded by Aiden Projects. Little girl thinks she owns planet Earth. The video collects over an unbelievable coke-snorting 20 million views. It physically rocks that very same Earth. It evolves the way people think about thumbnails. This thing has changed the game, and even the biggest players on the site are taking notice. Fast forward another year, March 2019, and the largest woman YouTuber ever, SSSniperwolf, has made her move. She uploads Spoiled Girl Thinks She Owns the World. The title has now been refined down to a science. She cleaned up the word choice, put her sore face reaction over a red background next to it, and the rest is history. Over the last few years, she has gotten this thing to 60 million views and climbing, tripling the original video's view count. There's like 10 million more every time I look away from it. It's like the endo section in FNAF Security Breach. If you look away for even a second, they kill you very quickly. Every time this video pops off, it's some variation of the title, Spoiled Girl Thinks She Owns, and then some synonym for the entire planet. Hence why my title is in quotations. Even to this day, people take stabs at talking about this video, and since it's basically a reaction video rite of passage, why don't I give it a few puncture wounds too? We'll do that in a minute, but if you enjoy this video, there'll be this big card at the end that'll take you to another one like it. If you click it, I could make it worth your while, big guy. You're so strong and muscular.
Are you beautiful?
Yes, I am beautiful. And you told me, you said if I was beautiful, and I'm always beautiful.
There's no content quite as great as children in extreme emotional distress. Obviously, you can't pull the whole story from a single 12-second clip, and I'm not exactly a certified psychoanalyst, but so far in, that does not read to me like a kid throwing a tantrum. It seems more like they're gonna cry, because their whole idea of self-worth is held together by the snot and glue of always being seen as beautiful. I'm sure having that standard would lead to an incredibly healthy relationship with her self-image when she's older.
Who said what about that?
You said, are you beautiful? And I said, and I was almost gonna say, Mommy, she's thinking I'm not beautiful, and I am always beautiful.
Oh yeah, that's complicated. Now, kids are notoriously bad at speaking words, but it seems like she was scared of her mom not thinking she was beautiful for even a second, over the explicit reason that she herself thinks she's always beautiful. And you know, as a general rule of thumb, one of these, positive praise towards your kids over something like that is probably a good thing to default to, but there's some kind of complex going on here that I am too dumb and unqualified to diagnose. Oh man, just hearing that is tough to stomach, and I'm sure being there was an even worse experience. Do you think the cameraman had any crisis of morality over the fact that he was chasing a crying child mid-breakdown so he could record it, so that it could be broadcast as a momentary distraction from life for 40-year-old housewives? I'm just saying, if you saw that scenario happen in person and the guy chasing her wasn't holding a camera, you'd probably be very concerned.
She needs to prepare for the stage, y'all.
Definitely about to nitpick here. You know what some people say? Don't talk about how to parent until you are a parent. But the daughter goes running into her dad's arms, and he seems fairly emotionally available at first. He goes to his daughter and all that. But the next thing he does after telling her to come to him all nice-like is, you need to chill out. Like, holy shit, that is cold. It could be the editing. I'm sure we missed some context. But if it was edited, then whoever did it has great comedic timing. Also, the mom's immediate concern being, she needs to prepare for the stage. Like, oh, yeah, that's definitely the major issue here. Not the fact that she ran away from the interview in tears.
Gotta chill out.
She's getting a little tired. She's getting a little frustrated. She's kind of got some little stimulation going on, and that's understandable. She needs time to breathe. She has to have herself mentally prepared to go on stage.
Not to dunk on someone for their appearance, but the mom having that haircut makes complete fucking sense. Her expression makes it look like she's about to bust a gasket in frustration. My kid's crying and in clear distress. You know what they need time for? To be prepared for the stage. I don't know, can't talk from experience, but I feel like if that was my kid, I'd probably consider why the situation I've put them in is causing them so much stress. You know, maybe rethink making them go out there and do all that shit, you know? I know, it's not a popular opinion. I'm really sticking my neck out on this one, but that's just how I feel, guys.
We just want 1 minute, okay? Can we have 1 minute with her? There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, we can give you guys hours. Can we have 1 minute? Thank you. Back up. Back up. You too, please, back up.
Give me some
The kid does got her ransom demands, like she refuses to go on stage and doesn't want to be around the camera crew. And I guess you can say she was acting a bit like a diva or whatever with the way she talked to them at the end, and maybe she comes off as spoiled. But as far as I'm concerned, that is a goddamn child. How am I gonna blame them for the situation that they had no hand in creating or placing themselves in? As far as she sees, these bozos have been following her around all day, if not longer, even after she ran away afraid and crying and telling them to stop following her. So the next emotion to jump to is pretty reasonably anger. These schmucks are not getting off her ass about it. What else is she gonna do? Now that's the end of the clip that infamous thumbnail was taken from, but there is a lot more to this compilation itself.
Well, we have to practice or we can't be in the practice room, because when you're in the practice room, you have to practice. So do you want to practice or go outside where the babies go? Here, take her out in the lobby and talk to her.
Okay. I just don't want her to think that she can.
You know, I think it wouldn't be that weird if she went to where the babies go, because that looks like a goddamn baby to me, you idiot. I try not to just get into straight insults in my videos. Okay, that's a lie. But in this instance, certainly you can see why that clip is just aggravating. You fucking watched it, of course you do. And after seeing only 10 seconds of that woman interact with a kid, I have decided to judge a book by its cover. I do not think I could stand to be in a room with her.
Sit in here and do that.
Why are you being like this? Cambry doesn't let the girls, get away with stuff. Like, she holds them accountable for their actions.
What do you mean, hold them accountable for their actions? That girl is what, like 3? She's barely gotten around to forming object permanence, and now you expect her to understand the concept of accountability? I get punishing kids for doing bad shit, but I don't even know what she did. Like, she just didn't practice the routine or something? Maybe I'm dumb, but this just seems a bit heavy-handed.
Yell and scream.
Yeah. Because at this point, it's
Yeah.
not helping.
Yeah.
So I would just go put her in timeout and walk away from her, and if she cries, then she cries.
You're gonna need to come in here, and you're gonna sit. Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm not. No.
Oh, the angle that cameraman's getting? Auteur cinema. This shot of a mother and daughter walking away, becoming smaller in frame as the kid cries out in desperation, it belongs in an A24 film. If I was the guy who got that shot and I had aspirations of making it out of this dead-end reality TV job where I have to put my conscience to the wayside to perform, this clip goes in every resume for every position I apply for. If Scorsese doesn't hire you after seeing this, he's the one who missed out.
It comes down to it, like, she loves to be on that stage, so I trust Cambry. I see how her girls are successful, so she's gonna do great. Sorry, time out. Sorry, time out. I love you, I'll be right back. Sorry.
Bro, she just pushes her kid onto the floor, then slams the door on her face. That was absolutely brutal. The emotional damage. Also, how the hell is the cameraman gonna get out of the room? Like, he's still there when the kid gets locked inside. Isn't the point of this timeout that she's supposed to be alone? I mean, I guess having a silent specter watching you with a big camera in hand would be about as scary a punishment as complete social isolation, now that I think about it.
Is there a clock around here? Can someone let me know in 3 minutes?
Dude, the sight of a toddler crying and physically sticking her fingers under the door because she wants to get out so bad is simultaneously an incredibly funny and haunting piece of imagery. Again, this was all syndicated across national television, in case you forgot.
You don't know anything
Okay,
about
we're not
me,
watching this.
but you're about to know.
I'm gonna tell you one thing, ma'am. You need to back off.
No, you guys need to back off.
Let's go.
Stop
Let's
it!
go.
We're all in our 40s. Fighting outside is going to solve anything, except for someone going to jail.
Take the goat. Take the goat.
It's funny how the fact that this dude is just holding a goat out of nowhere is not the most interesting thing about him. Again with these people, it's that damn haircut. Who did this to you, man? I feel like you could press charges over this. At least get something out of civil court for fucking your shit up that bad.
I'm ashamed that I had to sit in a room with such ignorance. I'm trying to walk away from the situation like 10 times I walk away from this, and 10 times one of those ass comes back. I'm like, don't you old bitches have some...
I have no idea if this woman is the insufferable one in this situation, but everything she has said so far has been done so in such an entertaining way. I can't believe I had to sit in a room with such ignorance. That's a hard-ass line. I could see an above-average Marvel villain saying that shit. Her tone of voice and cadence just ooze confidence. I have no idea if it's earned or not, but that wasn't what we were talking about. Now, was it, asshole? Anyways, as far as my initiation goes, I think I've gone far enough. Please don't ask me to do more of this because I don't think I can take it. That big card I mentioned should be up on the screen right now. Please click it, pretty please. I'll roll over for you. Remember, don't go after anyone I talked about today. It helps nobody at all when you go out and do all that shit. Anyways, this has been Kwite, and I will see you in hell alongside everybody else on that damn show.